Grumbles from the forest, fairy tale voices with a twist. Sleeping Beauty, words of the wicked fairy. Beauty wakes, my fun is through. What a wicked fairy. What's a wicked fairy to do? I blame myself, things didn't go well. Big mistake, wrong spell. I should have given her crooked ears, a runny nose, chapped lips. Should have read that page on tips. Spells over, imagine, all because a stupid kiss. Beauty sleep. Wake up, princess, time to rise. Open your dreamy eyes. Never mind the prince or kiss. By no means were you raised for this. Take the plot back from the witch. Kick her spindle in the ditch. Hansel and Gretel. Gretel spies the magic house. We should have known when we tasted the eaves, breaking them off like toffee, and cramming them in our mouths, and the dear little windows the color of coffee, and chocolate door knobs and window panes stripped with mint. We should have guessed at the chimney smoke, white marshmallow fluff, taken the hint from the marzipan bricks and the fence post made of bone rubble. But it was only when we saw the witch that we knew we were in deep trouble. Outside the gingerbread house, the witch is there, her craggy face peeking from a window of frosting, waiting for our bellies to growl, hoping for our knock. Tick-tock, the hour hurries, no worries, no need to fear. Dearest Gretel, your brother is here. Beauty and the Beast. Beauty's daydream. I'm dizzy with dance, pink petals in my hair, waltzing and weaving, the floor becomes the air. I'm dreaming of love, dreaming is fine, a rose, a wedding, a valentine. But it's only a dream of the boy I adore. I can't get past his fangs, his roar. If I could, might I love him more. Beauty and the Beast, an anniversary. It's winter now, and the roses are blooming again, their petals bright against the snow. My father died last April, and my sisters no longer write, except of the turnings of the year, content with their fine houses and their grandchildren. Beast and I putter in the gardens and slowly walk the forest path. He's graying around the muzzle. I have silver combs to match my hair. I have no regrets, none. Though sometimes I do wonder what sounds children might have made running across the marble halls, swinging from the birches over the roses in the snow. Gingerbread boy, a haiku. The world is one mouth, so many teeth bite my heels, I run on my toes. From the kitchen. It broke our hearts when he ran away. For years we dreamed of the day we'd build flower boxes, birdhouses, bookcases together. He was always an impatient fellow, headstrong but sweet, our little ginger treat. We sip our tea and wonder if he might have been happier, a sugar cookie or peanut butter ball. To this day we miss him. We baked him after all. Cinderella, shoes. I could have danced all night in shoes of gray squirrel fur, or even leather tie-up boots with fancy colored straps. I could have danced in wooden clogs or easy-peasy runners. I could have put on moccasins. Those would have been real stunners. I could have danced all night in those to give the prince huge shivers. Instead, I wore glass shoes made of glass that cut my feet to slivers. Whining stepsisters brag. Morning she would pop our toast. Once she burned it, at least almost. She polished pots, scoured pans, plumped pillows, fixed fans, shined silver, swept floors. We showed her how to do those chores. She brushed the cinders clear away, set our clothes out every day, baked the cake, stirred the chowder, married a prince, we couldn't be prouder. She moved to a castle, maids and all. Oh, piddle, that slipper, that rat, that ball. Now here's a secret between us and you. We taught her everything she knew. The Little Mermaid. Water girl. I am a water girl. I love the feather curl of foam on tops of waves. My little fishy tail is covered with green scale. I sleep in water caves. Sometimes I see a boat sink deep instead of float. I do the best I can. I'm a water girl. I wear a water pearl. Sometimes I save a man. A mermaid's love. From sea above to air above, a splash, a spell, a tragic love, the way of love that can all things, fins to legs, arms to wings. Little mermaid loved him so, enough to let him go. Jack and the Beanstalk. You're old enough, or a giant's wife confides in Jack, you're old enough to know one giant's gulp and you'll be breakfast ham, knuckle spam on toast, he'll roast spunk if he could, his heart hard as wood. Husband's pockets are always full of freckles and toes, and goodness knows what else. Shush, I have a bracelet of bones, a shelf of small shoes to prove it, a drawer of buttons, eyeballs, marbles. I've taken a liking to you, small Jack, or else you be boiled, porridge of finger, toe, thigh bone, thumb, fee-fi-fo-fum. Run, Jack, run, run. Jack. Jack was nimble, Jack was quick. Jack gave the beanstalk a mighty kick. Down came the gigantic fall, bottoms up in a crater, thus ending it all. The Princess and the Pea, just one pea. Stuck under the mattress as sleeping time nears, I miss dear Pod, my peeps and peers. I weep through her snoring, but she never hears. I miss my dear Pod and my 7 green peers. The Pea episode. A tower of feather beds, meddling tricks, jagged stones and crooked sticks could never hurt me more. Of course I was sore, but not from a silly pea. You know what bothered me? All those mattresses and then some made my body tip to princess toe, completely and royally numb. Rumpelstiltskin. Who told a lie? The miller and his daughter. My daughter can spin flax into gold. I can spin flax. I do as I'm told. Who told the lie? Not I, not I. The new king and his new queen. I love you, my darling, and never the gold. I love you, my king, although you are all old. Who told the lie? Not I, not I. Rumpelstiltskin and the queen. I'll cherish the child to love and to hold. I'll cherish the child. I do not care for gold. Who told the lie? Not I, not I. 4 honest folk and only one. You know quite well when all is done. Snide an afterthought. Even after I refuse to call him Rumpelstiltskins, to me he is a nasty little man, a troll, a mop, a mouse, nothing more than a bump. No, I shall not breathe the name he wants. I shall forever call him Rump. Frog Prince. Enchanted frog. She called me Mr. Lumpy, Mr. Greenskin, Mr. Toad. I gave her back the golden ball. I wanted what she owed. She called me Mr. Poolster, Mr. Splish Splash, Mr. Bath. She said that I would give her warts and a pesky rash. She flung me at the wall and splat. I changed into a prince. That's when she said she loved me. Been together ever since. Princess Gossip. I thought he was cute. He had a certain charm, even with those sweet little bumps, green as a spring. That doesn't mean I wanted a ring. And then he begged to eat from my plate, sleep on my bed. Foolish frog, where was his head? Be nice to the frog, my father said. That night a prince appeared, quite handsome in tights and crown. He bent down, stared into my eyes. Surprise! His shadow, his shape was green, green, green. The prince was nothing more than a dream. Things are not always what they seem. Snow White. Snow White makes a plea to a witch. Light a candle, feed your scrawny cat, polish your dark horse, buy a new hat. Ride oats, darn socks, repair your crumbling stoop, put a smile on your face, pour out that sour soup. Move away from the mines, far out by the bay, and I beg you, please, throw that mirror away. Snow speaks to the mirror. My nose is smudged, my hair entangles. I do not like myself at angles. Skin not clear, eyes all red. Another hour in my bed would be a gift. Would feel real nice, but can I trust your strange advice? Don't be daft. I won't be guided by a glass that's so one-sided. Little Red Riding Hood, Little Red Story. Through the wild woods I skipped, fresh muffins, spicing forest air. Whoa, what's this? Paw prints on the path. The wolf was there. Bold as a lion, sneaky as a mouse. Wolf had a map to grandmother's house. He got there first, gobbled her up. I knocked a knock, he burped a burp. He swallowed me with just one slurp. A crafty hunter scooped us out, saved the day. Lickety-split, wolf ran away. About Grandma Wolf, was I fooled? Not a bit. Grandma's nightgown didn't fit. 3 billy goats gruff for dinner. Goat for say, goat on toast. What kind of goat do I like most? Little goat burger, big goat fry. Nothing better than goat, says I. Pay the toll, feed the troll. Troll lament. Finally, the last, the biggest, clomped over my bridge. I waited, contrived a supper plan, but he was brave. Whoosh he pushed, leaving me to shiver in the river. Off he trotted to join his brothers. No snack, no scrap. Trip trap. Thumbelina, Cinqueen. Being small has its downside, but what, pray tell, is the choice of a little missy at birth? A little bit a haiku. I am just a bit of a proper young lady. Still, I got my prince. The 3 bears, 5 voices. Hot, cold, just right. Walk, talk, home for a bite. Taste, touch, stop to play. Eat, sit, snore away. Back now, baby howl. Upstairs, little growl. Uh-oh, better run. Just call 911. Officer Brun to view the ruin. We'll get her fast. She has a past. Goldilocks leaves a letter stuck in the door. Dear, probably grumpy stranger. I was minding my own business, napping on the just right bed, when suddenly those three growly ones showed up, chased me out like a broom to a mouse. Imagine that. You'd think it was their house. I'd learned my lesson, beware of bears, and I don't make a habit of breaking chairs. Your friend, Goldie. The end. Here is the AR number to take an AR test.